Hello and welcome, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Lunch with Lisa. I'm Lisa Warner. I am the author of The Simplicity of Self-Healing, now in its 10th anniversary edition. It's a book that I wrote after I healed myself from cancer naturally, without using the medical model. So how did I do that? I got very quiet. I went within and I looked for the answer inside. And when I looked inside for the answer was right there, plain as day. So my question for us to explore today is, are we being sold disease? Are we being programmed for sickness? And the reason I ask this is because, well, when I used to watch TV, every other commercial on TV was about doctors or pills or medical insurance or this disease or that illness. Do you have this symptom? Well, you might have that disease. And hey, we have a pill for that. So our attention is constantly being drawn outward toward pills and possible diseases and ask your doctor. We're being told that doctor knows best, that if there's something wrong with us, quote unquote, that there's a pill for that or some fancy medical procedure. But when I found myself facing, quote unquote, cancer, I didn't want medical procedures. Chemo and radiation seemed far scarier than the problem that I was facing, at least to me. And I decided that the solution that I wanted to know that I could heal my own body. I wanted to know that I could be the master of my own molecules. Something inside told me that I had the ability to heal myself. And I realized that if that was true, then I would need to actually rely on myself. It meant that if I went into the system and started looking for doctors to heal me, then I'd be giving my power away to these doctors. And I wouldn't be standing in my own power. But if I was looking outside to someone or something to fix me, even if I did heal, I would be giving credit to the other people or the pills or whatever the procedure was that appeared to fix me. I wanted the credit. I wanted to know that I had healed myself. I wanted to know that I could do this because I knew that if I could heal myself from one thing, I could heal myself from anything. So I made it my business to go inside. I didn't go into the system for my answers because I realized that the system is not designed to give us answers. It's not designed for self-empowerment. In fact, it's designed to keep us in the system because, hey, it's a business. And it would be a pretty crappy business model if they simply showed you how to heal yourself and then you never had to go back. So the system, it's not designed to show us how to heal ourselves. But that's actually the divine design, is that we have the ability to heal our own bodies. We are souls, first and foremost, with a physical body. The body, mind, and soul are all part of the one us, the one that we are. But the body, the mind, and the soul have been separated. We have been taught by this crazy, mixed up world that we live in that there is division and separation. We have been taught that the body, the mind, and the soul are three separate things. And we have been taught that if our physical body is displaying some uncomfortable or unwanted symptom, that there's something wrong with the body. But after I healed myself, along my journey, I discovered a whole lot of false beliefs that I had been told or sold. And I realized that as long as I was holding on to those beliefs, I was going to be imprisoned. I was going to be stuck. I was going to be beholden, that's the word, beholden to other people to fix me. So as I went on my journey, I started to understand that our minds are programmable. How many ways have we been programmed? We look at situations like in the Middle East right now, like children that are told, those children over there on the other side of that border, they're the enemy. And then they just grow up believing that those children on the other side of the border, they're the bad guys, they're the enemies. Why would they think anything differently? You know, when we're told something enough times, with enough force, with enough repetition, with enough energy behind it, we simply accept it as a truth. How many times are we sold and told about diseases? Be careful, protect yourself. You don't want to get that disease. You don't want this thing to happen. You got to make sure you prevent cancer. Do all the right things. I did all the right things and I still got cancer. Why? Well, it happens as we believe. And when we believe that there are diseases out there just waiting to attack, we live under the constant threat. Gosh, I hope it doesn't get me. And when we live under the constant threat of, I hope it doesn't get me, guess what's going to happen? It's going to get you every single time, because our consciousness is generating our reality. And what it happens as we believe. So since childhood, we have been told, doctor knows best. Is that actually true? Does that doctor live inside your body, inside your mind? Does that doctor have any idea what's going on internally with you, inside your consciousness? the thought patterns that you're thinking on a daily basis? The doctor's only looking at your physical body. And you know what? The physical body is the out picturing of who you think you are. If you think, I'm not okay, there's something wrong with me, I'm not smart enough, I'm not fast enough, I'm not pretty enough, I don't know what to do, I'm afraid. Those thought patterns are going to outpicture as your physical reality, because the physical reality is the outpicturing. It's the canvas that we paint with our consciousness. The physical reality is not nearly as real as we have been led to believe. Your physical reality is completely changeable, but not if you don't believe that it's changeable. You are the one that is 100% in charge of your experience here on earth. You have been given a physical body so that you can play in the physical realm. And if you are on earth at this time, which if you're listening to this, that's where you are. If you are here on earth in a physical body, you are here for a reason. This is the time of the Great Awakening. This is the time when we move earth from the darkness back into the light. The darkness has been in charge of this, not only this planet, but this entire sector of the galaxy for a very, very long time. We haven't had peace on earth. Peace, prosperity, goodwill toward all, living in peace and harmony with the plants, the animals, the air, the water, the earth herself, each other. That hasn't happened in a really, really, really long time. But this is the time we change all of that. This is the time where we take our power back. This is the time where each one of us has the opportunity to remember the truth of who we are as grand beings of light and recognize, recognize, change the way we think about things. We are here to recognize the power that each and every one of us has. That power is the love and light of Source itself, the living life source energy that we all are. There is one living life source energy. We are all that. And we are each here shaping that energy into specific experiences. But when we are constantly told, avoid this experience, go to the doctor, find out what's wrong with you, we are told to look outside ourselves for the answers. We are taught to give our power away. Flowing, living life source energy through our bodies is what is natural. As children, look at all the energy and enthusiasm and excitement they have. That's what's actually natural and normal. The ability to play, that's what's normal and natural. When we're not allowed to do that, when we're taught that life is work, sit down, focus, pay attention, sit in that chair, listen to the teacher, listen to the preacher, listen to your doctor, listen to your parents. And we're not given the freedom to just play and learn intuitively. We learn what we're taught. And we're taught that other people are the experts. Other people are the authorities. That person over there in the costume, not police costume, they have authority over you. Those people who are acting as government leaders, we're taught that they have authority over us. They have power over us. That person in the white coat with the stethoscope, they have knowledge, they have authority, they have information that we don't have. This is not true. None of those scenarios are actually true. What's actually true is that we are each the authority on ourselves. That left to our own devices, we would be playing. We would be actually living on this planet. We wouldn't be going to work 9 to 5 for some minimum wage job. We would be actually living in peace and harmony with our neighbors, in community. And those people over there on that other side of the border, they're our friends too. We're all one. We may have a different culture, but we celebrate differences. We celebrate the different cultures. Isn't that why we like to travel? Because we like to experience other ways of being, other ceremonies, other customs, other ways of dressing, other ways of celebrating life. Our differences don't make people good and bad. They make people unique and different and exciting. It's time for us to stop giving our powers away. It's time for us to stop buying into the narratives that we're being sold. Imagine if everyone stopped battling, if we just refused to fight, if all of humanity just at one moment in time just said, enough, I'm going to go to peace. I refuse to battle. How much healing do you think would happen? You see, your body is the outpicturing of the internal battle. When we're living in fear, doubt, guilt, shame, blame, frustration, living in the past, worrying about the future, that's an internal battle. The hallmark of that battle is the mind going around and around and around in circles, living in a constant state of stress. Your body's not the problem. Your body's actually pointing directly at whatever the stressor is. When you dissolve the stressor and you return to peace and harmony inside, when you return to the love you are, when you turn your own inner light back on, which not only means the brightness, your light, it means lightness of being, joy, peace, ease, harmony. Those are of the light. Fear, doubt, guilt, shame, blame, stress. Those are of the dark. Your body is calling out for your light. Your body is not sick. Your body is not broken. It is not diseased. It is simply outpicturing the stressors that are happening inside, the unresolved stresses. We are being sold ideas that our bodies are broken and that somebody else has the answer to fixing them. And I'm here to tell you from personal experience, there's a different way. There is a way that you do not need the system for healing. You have your own system, you and source, you returning body, mind, and soul to oneness, bringing all the parts and pieces of yourself back into harmony. That's where the healing happens. It doesn't come from a pill. It doesn't come from a fancy medical procedure. And this is not to say that if your appendix has burst, just sit and om, right? It's about using discernment. The medical model is fantastic for emergency medicine. This is not to say avoid it at all costs. Use discernment. When it comes to healing the body, you have the ability to do that yourself. Your body is not the problem. The unresolved conflict, whatever the stress is, fear, doubt, guilt, shame, blame, your thought patterns are outpicturing in your physicalness. We have to stop buying the idea that we need other people to heal us. It's time for us as humanity to take our power back. It is time for us to move into the new earth paradigm. It is time for us to move out of the dark ages back into the light. So it's imperative that as many of us as possible return to inner peace, because that's where the healing happens. Nobody else can do that for you. I teach my students how to do that for themselves. Are you ready to learn that for yourself? You have the power. Stop giving it away to the experts. You are the experts. It's time for us to stop buying what they're selling and start recognizing our own value, recognizing the power that we have. If we keep looking outside, we avoid looking inside. And all the treasures are inside. Hope this was helpful. If you would like to start changing your perspective on health and healing, check out my book, The Simplicity of Self-Healing. It's in the 10th anniversary edition. It's available on Amazon.com. If you'd like to know more about me and what I offer, go to connectingyoutoyou.com. Thanks for watching today. I hope that was helpful. You have the power. Stop buying the stories that somebody else has your answers. Until next time, create for yourselves a healthy, happy, next set of days. I would say week, but we don't want to be weak. It's all about the words we use. All right. Thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful. If you found it helpful, please give it a like. Please subscribe to my channel. Helps boost my algorithms. Thanks so much. See you next time.